Yeah, in the next couple of the cock will crow at dawn for Christmas. Yuletide begins. Nigerians will join the rest of the world to mark the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. Invariably, people will travel from different directions to different locations. Some will move from the north to the east, some from the east to the west, some from the west to the south, some from the south back to the west, in different directions wherever their loved ones reside in Ogun State as we approach the Christmas season. Good morning and welcome. My name is Wole Otayemi, and in the program today, I have with me the Trace Commander General and Chief Executive Officer of the Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Agency Trace in Ogun State as our guest. Is a known person, not even waiting for Ember Month, they still do it even before then. Professionalizing driving schools and enforcing traffic laws through intensified patrols and mobile courts. Commander General Ogunyemi for collaboration purposes has been a public figure over the years, midwife between private organizations, public importance of training road crashes in Ogun State, fostering responsible driving practices and working with stakeholders to improve traffic administration in the four corners of the Gateway State. Commander General Ogunyemi, you are welcome to the studios of OGBC. You were here last year, prior to the Christmas, and in the last 4 or 5 years you have been appearing, telling our drivers, our commuters, our car owners on how to navigate their ways when they are on the highway. Well, a Christmas celebration. Let me first ask you, what are the plans the organization is putting in place to ensure that we reduce road crashes? If there are, we clear the carnage in the space of few seconds.
Actions have always been taken, but this time around, we don't want to have any crashes or any accidents on our roads. And this is what we've been advocating for the party, that if we don't want to the dictates of the road usage, there will not be any accident, there will not be any crashes. Is to carry the advocacy to the people involved, that is the road users themselves, and that is we call direct contact dissemination of traffic safety messages to all. Then how do we do that? We look into the agencies of education. We use that one as a basis. If you are an educator or if you study education, you understand what I mean by agencies of education. We look into law, okay, the home,
Okay.
The school,
Yes. The society.
the society, the religious body,
Yes.
the peer group, and that is the stakeholders anyway for our own. And that is exactly, we move in house as if we are campaigning for a political party on safety. We move to the religious bodies. We are in everywhere we are in the commands, 65 commands, all churches, we are there, they can testify to that. Then the League of Imams can testify to that. We move to mosque to there. Then we move to all stakeholders to talk to them in various languages. That is, we can speak Hausa in Trace, we can speak Igbo French in Trace, we can speak English in Trace, we can speak English and Yoruba in Trace. So we have those people that are moving around to tell them that there's nothing like embalmment. We don't want to be listening to embalmment. No more embalmment campaign. Because people believe that embalmment, there's problem there. There's power attached to it. No. It is because we don't plan for ourselves what we need to do at the right time. Most of everybody wants to. This December, you want to do marriage to your wives or to your children. You want to go to your new house. You don't want to pay rent again. You want to do this. You want to do this. By December, by January, New Year resolution, and we now compacted everything precisely November and December. And you fail to plan for the past 8 months. And in such transportation is a lucrative business.
Yes.
free exit. That's an institutional problem, which the Ministry of Transport is looking under the able leadership offices of Praise and Engineer Bengadaru FNSC. That is a mandate given to him now by His Excellency Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun Siwan, that to look into it. That should be, you will need to profile them. You see, and because they believe that it's a lucrative business, that it brings in money. Business, the fuel is so scarce now, and so expensive now, and we need to fuel. I don't know how much I fuel now. We reaching half tank. I bought fuel of 40,000, no half tank. You understand? We need to be doing kabu kabu.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
And when you do kabu kabu, then you cry because you fail to plan ab initio from January. You understand? And that is the problem we have. It is our mindset. Accidents crashes should not occur at all. I don't know why we are with crashes. It is a man-made, but accident is not man-made. But crash is a man-made. You deliberately want to crash, and that's why we are crashing.
But maybe the thing that must come to the mind of all road users.
Your mindset first. You have to have a positive mindset and a good mindset, not a fixed mindset.
Okay. Positive one.
Positive leads to growth. So you need to concentrate. Just forget about the terminologies of traffic expert or transport expert, the factors that causes accidents.
And when we always talk about Ember Month, I've explained.
Yeah.
September, October, November, December. The race we have not been able to achieve in the first 8 months. Yeah. We want to use the last 4 months to achieve it. Is that not greed on the part of whoever is pursuing tall dreams within just 4 out of 12?
It's not a greed. It's just behavioral attitude. It's not a greed. Because we don't think in this part of the country. We don't think straight. I don't talks. We are lawless.
Is that the language?
Yes, we are lawless. You can remember, I always use that as an example, that administration. Idiagbon and Buhari, 1983, 84. 85. We are getting it straight along that line. That time.
Yes. War against indiscipline.
War against indiscipline. I could remember, you dare not piss inside your father's compound without going to the toilet.
And you must form queue.
You must form queue, either in the bank or everywhere. We are getting this. Immediately they change that. We lost. That's the beginning of our trouble now in Nigeria. So we are looking for kind of the government that will come back. That's a problem. I think the dress is suspicious. Sorry, sir. I am going to this place. This is weekend. I am going to enjoy blah blah blah, and they leave. But you have the right to ask for a driver's license. You have to get, because they have been intoxicated by drink. I have to tell them, upgrade this vehicle, otherwise I will call police to come and upgrade the vehicle. You understand? We are highly indisciplined in this country. And because we are is democracy. Democracy is of the people, by the people, and for the people. Yes. Who is the government? Are we not the government?
Yes.
I'm the head of the place of where I am now. If I do it well, there won't be any problem. I am the people. Yes. We are living together. Yes. You understand? We are lawless, and this is what we should change within us. Behavioral modification of road usage. We need to come back to the stage and let's concentrate and say we want to build it. You understand?
Some of them, you ask yourself questions. Who gave these people driving license? How did they come about the license? Because those days, before you can be allowed to drive, you must have gone through thorough sitting room, and then driver's license are brought to him or her because of this. So, what is the level of collaboration between your organization and those who are into?
We have a lot to do in this country. Let's put institutional failure. We in government have failed, and we need to go back to the drawing board. How many driving institutions do you have in Ogun State? How many times have we trained and retrained them, the instructors? My son came But I know that he knows how to drive. Okay, inside my compound, where can you turn the vehicle? And then I told my pilot, go and register into a private school around here. It's Bara. He was registered. The first day, my son drove a car within Ibarra, even to Opancheke. The first day I'm driving school. Is that going to be so? No. The first day is you and your vehicle. You must know your vehicle. You must do the theoretical part, components of those vehicles. That is the problem we have. I've challenged the VIO through the Commissioner of Finance, Commissioner of Transportation, my boss. We've challenged them. Let us provide all these drivers institute, driving school. Let us provide them. Let us know who are the instructors. There should be a theoretical part. You and your vehicle know the part of your vehicle before practical. You do the examination first before going to the wheel to drive. And are those vehicles that we don't want to use to practice, are they road bodies? Some of the vehicles, they don't have side mirrors that you are saying, and they're using it for driving school. You understand? These are the problem, and the problem is institutional. So it is our problem. We work towards that next year. Thank you.
By God's grace, may God spare our life beyond 2025. Commander General, another area I want us to look at is the influence of drugs and other substances on traffic on road users. I personally commend your men who are on urban tocoaxis. That is called Ebenezer.
Yeah.
Before you get to show money, those guys they are doing human's job. So I think in your own assessment, because you must have been going around, and you must have some citizens who probably must have been inspecting and monitoring whatever they are doing there. Drivers don't have respect for people. And what can you do to this?
That is still indiscipline. That's what I'm saying. Unless we have an iron hand, but with the political errors, we not get an iron hand. You understand? I'm speaking as a professional.
Yes.
You understand? You not easily get it. That is why I'm saying advocacy matters, to disseminate information, safety, traffic, road safety tips with them directly contact. You see, this is the problem. And the problem lies, how do we get to do that?
But they have associations.
Association, forget about that association. We talk to association, we talk to their
top
hierarchy. Well, we need to talk to each one of them. And that is why we are saying we are using the agencies of education. Now, again, you see, our people too, we need, if we want to stay long alive, let us come back to our senses and see. Because we have stakeholders and we've been collaborating extensively with NDLA to talk to them. Trace is 19 years old.
Yes.
This year.
Established in 2005.
And a person beside 19 years ago is already driving. Mature. Driving.
Should even be in the university.
It's already driving. Just forget about the university. Because you said you should drive by 18 years.
Yeah.
It's already in the driving. And it's already imbibing a bad culture of driving habit in this country. You understand? And that's why I placed that. I said, okay, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's carry them from the primary school. We have the law that says trace safety. We have law that says yes, traffic trace.
Are you taking this all to schools now?
Yes. So we are just looking for sponsors, because schools is now free. They cannot pay for, because it's an extracurricular activities.
Yes.
Just like Boy Scout, everything. So safety club part of extracurricular activities. Yeah. So we are looking for sponsors, stakeholders that was okay. And we are doing that we are starting from West, that is whatever, safety club. So we are going to train their teachers on that. And when we started that, we start to plan. It's planning. 10-year road planning, 20 years road planning, 25 year or 30 years planning, or even 5
long-term planning.
Immediate plan, short time,
and
long-term.
Long-term
You
plan.
understand? And these are what we're doing. Long-term planning for primary schools. We are doing medium-term planning, that the short-term planning for secondary schools. You know, we are doing immediate planning for tertiary institutions because they are all mature.
But when you look at that tertiary institution, Ogun State seems to have the highest number of universities in Nigeria.
Yes.
That is, wouldn't that be overwhelming for you and your men?
No, it's good because we have strategically positioned our commands into all these various
65 of them.
Yes, 65 commands. So inside that 65 commands, that is where we have all the institutions in Ogun State. So what we just need to introduce the safety and to make sure that at the NYC, they said NYC should come and serve in trace. I said NYC cannot come and serve in trace now. Not we knock them down. I don't have the facility. Just let us stay. Let us do that here in school. And when they come back, we cannot be taking them as an enlightenment officer.
You know what I'm sorry to have cut in here.
Yeah.
Road safety has a club among core members.
Yeah.
When will Trace launch his own? Or you do have it already?
We have it already. All we need to do is to
pump up the volume.
To pump up the volume. You understand? You see, there are a lot of things that attached to that. You understand? It's a capital intensive.
Okay.
Traffic management is highly capital intensive to manage, to sustain. And it is very, very difficult for a state government to handle that.
In the next 10, 11, 12 days, we'll say Merry Christmas to ourselves. For you to move from Lagos to any part of Nigeria, you must pass through Ogun State. If you are going to Lagos from any part of pass through Ogun State, so how prepared are you and your men to maintain sanity on these corridors we have?
You see, you people are saying how prepared are we. How prepared are the road users to? You always see us at that corridor, surely. You always see us to monitor that corridor, not to wave them down and start flashing. You understand? Yes. We always see them. We always see us to say, slow down,
reduce the speed.
If they will heed to you, you know. But the other way around, what do we have to do to make sure they comply? There should be something that they should make them comply. People doesn't want to comply. Let me tell you this straight. We want money. We want to make money. And people want to go out and make money.
And they don't want to comply.
They want to comply and we want to block them.
Let me ask you, sir.
So what do we do to do that?
It's a tall order.
It's a tall order. And there's something that the government is planning to do. You understand? We need to restructure our road networks.
So are we looking forward to having cameras that can catch offenders?
Yes. We have street light and they are vandalizing street light. The government did that. They are vandalizing. Go to Third Mainland Bridge, all the cat eyes they did on the road, that's been removed, stolen. So we have a serious problem
with our system.
With our system.
If you get to Yano Mortuary now, if you are coming from India by axis, there is this traffic light there.
Yes.
In most cases, people tend not to obey.
Yes.
If you get to Shako under the bridge, same thing plays out. If you get to Ibarra roundabout, you are coming from Obida, you will see the light that it is red. People will still jump and beat.
And why that so? Why that so? It is the passengers, the commuters inside the vehicle, inside the bike that is allowing that. Why should you not stop
to obey traffic?
You need to tell your driver. It is the commuters that say, go, don't come in. I'm going. And when accident occur, what happened?
They will not have Afisuru.
You understand? I was coming last week, stopping a rider. You understand? Why? The person that he carries billion passenger. I said, that's it. He's crazy. Money you will soon die. And that is the bitter truth. That is what we are talking to. You understand? The drivers too, because they want to make money at all means. They don't care. But enforcement, you not say enforcement. We cannot be everywhere. Me and you can enforce. It's a collective responsibility. Somebody picks somebody one of just road users just pick up and block that person, and he called Trace to come and arrest. Trace was coming there to come and arrest. The man are coming, those babas are begging, kill one of them.
They won't say that.
They won't say that. I said, no, don't release. Trace is coming. If Trace will release, Trace will know how to release. And that is it. People doesn't mind their businesses when it comes to traffic. And they always beg. Do they beg? Even intellectual. I will always call them intellectual illiterates. You understand? In terms of traffic, you are intellectual illiterates. Because you have no business in talking. I stopped a vehicle, taking one way, and you now park, I say I should leave it. What's your business about that?
Is it true that you receive so many calls?
Yes.
They have arrested my wife's driver.
I received.
On daily basis?
24 hours. I received 2 or 3 a.m. this morning. I thought it was an accident. Commander, one more driver me. They pick my driver. Money bo, on no bad one way. Mock about me one money sorrow. Money on more. Money you. I said, never you call me again at 3 a.m. You wanted to tell me that accident occur somewhere. So my men should move in that place. And you are begging. They beg. Next year, you go to court. No begging.
Would there be room for mobile courts?
There's room. The law of Trace approve that. Establish it. Section 5. There's mobile traffic court designated by chief magistrate to attend to that. So we'll be going there. When you want to beg, go and beg them at the court.
At the mobile court.
At the mobile court.
The lines are blinking. The people want to ask you questions and seek for clarification, Commander General. Yes. Quickly, let's start taking calls. 0803 437 9453 0815 032 0226. Too many calls. Commander General, be ready to answer questions.
No problem.
What's the number?
I'm here.
Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. I can't hear you. Are you still there? 0803 437 9453 0815 032 0226 are the 2 numbers to call this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, it's my name. I'm calling from Ilaro.
Okay, thanks for calling this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much, Otayemi. I want to greet your guest.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, but I have an observation to make.
Quickly, let's have it.
Yes, Ilaro is turned to project site because most of our road is being modernized.
Yes, sir.
So, at the center of attraction for traffic in Ilaro, as usual, is the intersection at Saidera Market.
Yes.
We only sign the trade officers there once in 5 days. That is your market days.
Yes, sir.
And that is not good enough. Otherwise, if they don't have enough manpower, then they recommend to the state government to put the traffic light there.
Okay.
For the safety of the road users. The big one is that I want to ask the commandant.
Yes, sir.
Why is it that in Ogun State, particularly the South Ogun West, where I reside, that the salon car that is meant to carry 4 passengers carrying 6, they will put 2 in front and 4 at the back. And even the wagon they are supposed to carry 6, they will put 4 in the middle, 3 at the back, and 2 in front. So a wagon vehicle will be carrying 10 people. I think something should be done about that.
Okay.
It's very, very uncivilized.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Aki from Ilaro. That's a very decisive contribution this morning. 0803 437 9453. Good morning. Hello. You are there already. Good morning. Good morning to you. Okay. 0815 032 0226 0803 437 9453. Good morning to you. Thanks for calling, sir.
Good morning, Commander. My God bless you. I want to wherever you are.
Can you please call back? Your line is breaking, Honorable Larry Jaji.
Okay, I'll call you back there. Don't worry.
Okay, you can go ahead now. It's still clear now.
Okay. Yes, I'll.
Please endeavor to call us back, Honorable Larry Jaji. That line is breaking. There could be a problem of network. Yes, just call us back on our direct line.
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling. Your name, sir?
Yeah, this is the one recording from Comdr 21. So, they're asking to around Ikua and all that.
What do you want in that axis? Oh,
Advocacy.
Advocacy, okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
This is Ayulabu calling from Atlanta. And you go to some country.
Yes.
For example, they are sort of the construction of their roads. The rent that those who are going up and down will be checking and the traffic and the other people will go on other side. What I understand is that they pave the way for those who are traffic checking, and if you not decide someone wants to cross the road, so it's easier way for the road. Like, that's the advice government to do something there. Then secondly, we look physically about the road sign. We see that some of them are remote and they don't put another one. That means even if a cow or cow is crossing the road and there's no different road traffic one or time, so you will not know. So all these things I think should be in place so that you help the motorists. Then the landlord, not the late.
Yes.
Now at least you need to at least I think the head of the union. Those who are selling that policy there your neighbor should be prohibited. So the interest of our board and the road accident is so enormous. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Alaji, for having time with us this morning. Let's take Commander General. Let's add two more. When we add two more, then you respond for the first phase of call this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. My name is Demola. I'm calling from Marco.
Thanks for calling, Demola.
Commander, come on here. Yes. Commander, with the quantity of funds, how do you cope? That is one. And number two, shortage of personnel to how do you cope? And how do you handle those controlled elements in the organization? Because there are some of them that they have. There's no way you have some of them there. That is that. Then two, why is it that most of these commercial drivers don't obey your people? They don't. Then again, I've never seen where whether police or safety or so, they've never caught any VIP at all. And they're the most one that they really bend the gun. When they're sort of pass one way, that can't catch them. Come where some other way. If you don't have any sinister, they want to do why copy your plate number. It will be there. And some other people do, especially there's even some PIPs, even some we individuals as well. Then again, sir, we see that some people, especially people in government establishments, using government plate numbers on their private vehicles. Even some, you can be able to wear government numbers, government events there. Why is it so? And then you see them, like I said in the 83, 84, that's why they're silently. So government drivers have no books now. Before you move government pool, do not we are not disciplined. How do we go back to this stage? How do you help them educate drivers in the garages and we the individuals as well? And what the people are saying, they are really trying.
Kuto Bridge.
Yes, and some other places as well. Is it allowed? How do we handle all this laxity within we individual and organizations and the security as national as well? Security people can see right-hand vehicles and the number.
Okay, let him respond, Demola. I know you have quite a lot to say this morning. Let Commander General respond. Let's take a pause for calls now. Let's have your responses on all this. Asking for Ilaro, started by asking you, Ilaro, you need more manpower, traffic lights, and the overloading of vehicles by commercial.
Yeah. Prime Minister came from Ilaro. Your observations are quite very well appreciated. Projects ongoing, intersections, manpower need, traffic lights, and the rest. Yes, you've said it all. Trace is highly short manpower. Highly short. We need more hands, and the governor, His Excellency Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, is working towards that in that direction with the SSG and my commissioner of transportation. We really need more hands in trace. And people will be asking how we do it, because the head of trace is an expert on that field to do how to manage it, and that is why you say our trace, you are not many. We are still doing the job. You can't compare us with Last Mile in Lagos, because they have quite almost 5,000 staff, and there where they are covering, they are no more than the one we are covering. We have 20 local governments in Ogun State, and you know that from Abeokuta North, we always go towards the Mashari side. Obafemi Wode is almost to Adigbe, is to the express. A4 local government is to that side and to the express.
Who governor's office is under
the governor's office under Obafemi Wode. You see, we have this to take care of, and we have federal corridors that we call 18. How do we manage that? We do a lot of patrols. Yes, somebody said positive one. Yes, we know how to do it strategically, and that's why you see trace any response 5 to 15 minutes in Ogun State. We always get it. We know where the accident normally occurs. We strategically position. We know where there are lawlessness. Somebody said that Kuto now, Trace is doing the best, but they still need to do this. Yes, lawlessness. Whereas in Last Mile, you see 20 people. You cannot intimidate 20 people, but you can intimidate 2 or 3, 4 people that compromise. They cannot attack 20 people. Here they can attack you. So safety force, that's what they normally tell our operatives, safety force. Arrest is not at all cost. Normally tell our operatives, safety force. Arrest is not at all cost. If there's problem, just we use the word, we use a technical, just tactically withdraw. Then you tactically withdraw, just get the number, please. We can still go. The law says go to the house and pick the person if you have evidence for that. So, Mr. Akin, yes, we work towards that. The government's actually working towards that. Even the traffic light that you suggested, even the overloading. You understand? By the time we flag them down, see how many people we bombarded us. Where is the vehicle? It is the people themselves. That is what we've been telling them. Don't allow 2 people sitting with the driver at the front. Even the accident. That's the year between our laps. Why should that be so? It is we. The discipline should come from we, the commuters. So that is what we're doing. But arrest is doing. We are doing that.
Already you have answered Emmanuel Ojadon.
I've answered that.
Who wants advocacy?
Yes, I've answered that.
Let's go to Alhaji Ayelabun.
Ayelabun is orderliness. There's no orderliness, and that is what we said. He said during the time of war against indiscipline.
Yes.
Let us sustain something like that back. You understand? If there is orderliness, what Alhaji Ayelabun said, the road signs, yes, they are doing that. They will do road furnitures along with it. You understand? And this has to go into technical terms that we call the 4 E's or 3 E's. That's engineering, enlightenment or education, then enforcement. Enforcement should come last. Then enforcement. enforcement should come last. At all cost. Yes, sir. Put in place what the road should be. Laybys, bus stops, traffic signs, where we have traffic directory. If you are going to Kuto, turn left. You can go to right, Keneko, turn left. All these things should be placed. But we are not so patient. Government to finish. If this one appears, I believe there won't be any problem.
Okay.
Then the other man.
Talk about cattle crossing the road. Ban on sale of alcohol in garages.
Yes. We are working with the NDLA. There's a law that says you should not sell. I don't know the length or meter. You should not sell. I don't know the length or the meter. To use the garage, and you should not sell very close to the garage. Any alcohol. Are we following that? I'll challenge the NDLA. I saw the guy from NDLA yesterday. I will tell him during the week again. We're writing during the weekend. Let us use that law.
Now that we are approaching
Christmas.
And then sometimes early in the morning, and you see fog. This whitish.
Yes.
That most times some drivers will still want to. Embark on the trip despite not seeing very well.
Yes, it depends. When you see fog, that means you must have your airlines on, and you must put your hazard light. Not necessarily that the hazard because the vehicle is 40, just to warn. By then, that one is beaming.
Somebody who is coming behind you
knows something is in front. You just be somebody is in front. The air lamps might not be working perfectly, but the hazard lights always work. And the most important thing, back.
You cannot see very well.
And let that fog
disappear. But what happens to those drivers who put halogen in front in their windows? Doesn't it affect other road users in the night?
Well, definitely it will. When I was going back home, the driving techniques matters. You don't look at that fog. You don't look at that light. You look on the road.
Yes.
You look on the road. If you have a car, you don't look up. You just look down.
I know.
And the road, and you move. And if you cannot drive, just park.
Okay, let's go to Demola. Demola asked quite a number of questions.
Quite a number of questions.
Say, how do you cope with positive phones and pass on air? He asked, how do you cope with commercial drivers not respecting trade officials? Let's hammer on that first. Is there any law that is negating
when you want to use the full force of law to get people? You see, that's the problem we have. Like I said some drivers, the driver and the occupants of the vehicle, they are fighting police yesterday. I have to come in and, you understand? So that, look, you this guy, you don't ask you simple question outside and you move. You understand? And that is the problem we have. Positive for yes, I've said it. Yes.
I'm passionate.
The government is looking into that. Then
those who use government plate number.
Yes.
We put in
for next year. We've done it. We've arrested from my head of service that time. I said, please go and work on that because I wrote to him. We are going to go right to this. You see, there are some vehicles that they marked. Gone are the days we know official vehicles. Now we don't have official vehicle nowadays is Peugeot or whatever.
Those days,
yeah, this is Peugeot coming. This is an official vehicle. But nowadays we don't have
different brands.
You understand? If it is different brands, there should be, we advise them, there should be a color attached.
Okay.
This is actually
government vehicle.
Even any brand of vehicle, let the government attach a brand, a small brand or a sticker to that vehicle to know that it is.
Maybe office of the head of
service. Just like you see trace sticker of the VIP. The man said yes, the VIP, yes. Yeah, that is political. The VIP they will come and they will take.
Are they the one calling you in the night?
No, the VIP they are not. Just all good users called me at midnight. So yes, the man, yes, it's a little bit right to some extent because we have We have been discussing that at the security meeting because
let's look at one very important issue, Commander General, before we take another set of calls. And that has to do with the excesses of Okada riders. You recall that some of them have been banned in other states. Some neighboring states, we don't have Okada riders again. But here, they behave as if they are next to the Almighty. They don't have mirrors, they don't have crash helmets, they run sometimes against the traffic, they carry more than enough passengers. Some will carry a big bag of rice or a big bag of beans. If they are coming from Oban to Koend, they will not even tie the luggage to the Okada, and they'll be moving in between the vehicles. What are you going to do about this as beginning from next month?
Yeah, I said that at a place that I was called last week to discuss this. I'm going to work together again on this with my commissioner for transportation, the SSs of Okada riders. Like I said that time when I was at Rock City FM, that we need to profile them. I've been saying this. We don't even know them. We need to provide them. Many of them are not from Ogun State. Many of them are not from Ogun State.
Is that not a threat security-wise?
Maybe. They want to eat. They want to shop. They want to make their living. That is why they are here. So it may not be totally security threat, but it might come to that later. Now, the first thing you need to do is to provide them according to local government's territory that you are working. I've said this at that side. If you want to register, say ABS, let's say use ABS as a code. That's how 001. Wole Otayemi is 01. It is that 01 we go and pick. We know it is Yemi Otayemi.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Just
pick him and then.
Just pick him. So these are the things we start to do gradually. You understand? Gradually. And mind you, in even Lagos State, it is not all roads. They are feeder roads they are giving to them. We are getting to this place too. When they finish all those, they are feeder roads. You can see them at Pasheke, they move inside. You understand? Yes. These are feeder roads that they can apply. But the minute they say that, the government say, okay, don't come. Okada riding, because of the economic recession or whatever, they are not the means that would make we also accommodate them to our right direction in this state.
Okay. Now let's take just two more calls, then you wrap up the program this morning. Hello, good morning. Thanks for calling quickly because of our time. Very, very quickly. Carol, thanks for calling.
Good morning, man. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. I'm Kyle from
Okay, sorry. You speak like a woman.
Carol, go ahead. Fast.
Just to attract you. My take this morning.
Yes.
You know the excesses of these Okada riders.
Yes.
They normally carry iron rod at times. And they sometimes they use crossbars. Carry crossbars. And the person that is the passenger handle it. And you can imagine how much of accident this could cause those pedestrians or other commuters. So what are you going to do about this? That's one. Then two, sir, you mentioned that one has to go to school and driving school when you want to drive a vehicle. What about your Okada rider? What is will they be able to study these components in the bike or what do you call it? Less than 18-year-old Hausas riding this Okada. And what they do is that they normally look down. They don't look up when they are driving until when they eat some other pedestrians. So what are you doing about this?
Okay.
And as regards to this traffic signs,
yes,
it is very, very important.
Okay.
You mention it also. Make sure that you erect traffic signs, even especially in where we have one-way road also. I'm just holding you.
Until they hit whoever is in front of
Mr. Kawade, yes, you won't be my pattern something to talk to you. Stringent enforcement from next year. But we want to appeal to our people. We want to appeal to our people. Not to gamble with what's on the road. I want to assure you, I don't say there's no bad airs in my organization. It's to assure you, I don't say there's no bad airs in my organization. It's everywhere. Where you are working to, there's bad air. Anywhere you are, where. But don't disturb them while they are working normally that you know that that person committed that offense. This local that you are, I saw somebody taking rod, what do you call it, man, weather, and the way they place this something, then we flag the person down. People are saying, there's no man, but is this the right
thing to do?
Is this the right vehicle to use? Why can't you go and take a capstar that will take this? Why is it on Okada? And people started shouting on my voice. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. Let it is our people that doesn't let the enforcement agents work very well. The people should change their orientation. Let them work. If you need to follow them, if you need to follow them to the court, follow them to the court and come and testify against us. Let the security job, let our people allow them. It is our people that are not allowing them to do their job. I was somewhere, my boys are correcting, controlling traffic. 4 points. He control A, control B. You know, he's supposed before coming back to A. Yes. The guy control A, control B, and the guy moved back to A to control. The man had serious. It is our. I said, can't you see that a truck was hooting and coming?
It may not even have brake.
It may not even have brake. He has seen it. Don't worry. Let the truck move. You will see that we control. Then after, because I was on mufti, that is how I do my job. Just to walk them to see what they are doing. They may not even see me. Yeah. And with one or two that is very close to the truck, they pass. The guy now stop and now pass that C. That is his job.
Because he understands
the terrain. That is his professional job. But our people, they don't want to.
Because we are impatient, as you have said.
Yes.
Let's quickly acknowledge those who are following us on our Facebook page this morning. Atobatele Oluwakayode, Wahab, Ishagbeson. Then the two of them talked. They said they studied. Wahab, Ishagbeson. Then the two of them talked. They said they saw you. They said they want to encourage you and commend your effort, men, on the ways. David Onigbide says, I would like to appreciate Trace Commander General and his men for the great job they are doing on various roads, but more work has to be done across Ogun State with the limited resources. May God reward you well, sir. What David Onigbide ended his message with. We don't have much time, Commander General, this morning. We just want to, on behalf of OGPC, encourage you and thank you for the job you are doing and wish all of us a wonderful Christmas celebration so that at the end of the day, when we meet next year, Trace Commander General is not alone in the studios. He's accompanied by Commander Idowu Olubori Shonde, PhD. He's the area commander of Abeokuta. And my friend and brother too is Commander Tunde Akimbi, the Trace PRO and head of media and strategy. You can reach the two gentlemen on Trace PRO 0806 2703 568 if you have emergency about road crashes or any other thing that has to do with the operation. And then the AC is on 0803 491 9165. I say it again, 0803 491 9165. Those are the two numbers you can get across to the two gentlemen who have accompanied the Commander General of Trace to the studios this morning, Prince Seni Ogunyemi. Wonderful celebration today.
Thank you.
We wish that the take home we are giving help all the road users as we approach the Yuletide season. As usual, I am produced by Benga Oshidele, ably assisted by Abiodun. John Teidi is equally part of the production team this morning. Adetope Adebon has been pressing the right buttons, and I have with me Bolaji Eze as the announcer on duty. Special thanks to Wole, Otayemi. Wonderful Thanksgiving to all of us who are using the roads. We shall not have any accident of any sort. Commander General.
Yes, sir. And always drive safely to stay alive.
Because only the living can tell the story.